Are you about to move to Charleston and you want to make sure it goes smoothly? Well, we're going to talk about the top 7 tips to making a smooth move to Charleston. Stick around until the end because you're not going to want to miss tip number 7. So let's get into it. Moving can be tough and stressful, especially when you're relocating to a new city. And there are a lot of things to consider, but today we're going to focus on the top 7 things you should consider before moving to Charleston, South Carolina. First up is tip number 1. Do your due diligence on your neighborhood. Before you commit to a new neighborhood, make sure you've researched what is in that area. You can have your realtor do a thorough video tour to get a better idea for the area. For example, you might not want to live near a landfill or a noisy road, or right next to a baseball field where your bathtub overlooks a kid's park. Those are important things to know. So if you need a realtor to help with that due diligence, shoot me a text or give me a call. Secondly, you want to make sure that the place you're moving to has a reasonable commute time to where you're working. And double check it at different times of the day too. When you're checking Google Maps, a 30-minute commute time could quickly turn into an hour-long commute during peak times. So check your commute times in the morning and around 5 o'clock traffic. Story time. I had an old coworker that had to commute from the furthest parts of Somerville all the way to Mount Pleasant. She thought it would take around 30 to 40 minutes, but that unfortunately turned into an hour-long commute, one way. So after just 2 weeks at that job, spending 2 hours a day sitting in traffic every day, she ended up having to get a different job. So don't let that be you. Thirdly, schools and daycare. If you have kids, this is definitely something you want to consider early on. Charleston has some great schools, but there might be waiting lists and registration deadlines, so it's important to do your research and plan ahead. Make sure you register your kids way in advance, not just for schools, but also for extracurricular activities like band, sports, whatever they're doing after school. Get them in early because a lot of these places are in high demand. Fourthly, when it comes to moving your belongings, make sure you consider the weight of your items when hiring a moving company. You might want to think about whether it's worth moving certain items or if you'd be better off just selling or donating them to lower your moving expenses. And if you're feeling overwhelmed by all the stuff you've accumulated over the years, I highly recommend the book, The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up by Marie Kondo. It's a great guide to clearing clutter and making sure your move is truly a fresh start. Now, after you've done all that and you're wanting to buy new furniture, there are a couple of things to consider. And this is tip number 5. Wait until after closing before making big purchases. You'll want to avoid raising red flags for underwriters and financing. You don't want any purchases to raise your debt to income ratio because that can cause a contract to fall through. That also goes for cars and any other big purchases. Just please don't buy a new car before you close on your home. I've had that happen with 2 of my buyers, so wait until after you close. And while we're talking about things that you should never do before you close, please don't ever quit your job before you close on your new home. If you need to quit your job, do it after you close because at least that way you'll have a new home. Now back to furniture. If you're looking for new furniture in Charleston, there's GDC, Haverty's, Badcock Furniture, Charleston Amish Furniture for the mid-range prices. If you're looking for budget options, there's an IKEA in Charlotte. And if you're looking for a more high-end custom interior design, then check out JLV Creative. I used to work for them back in the day and they're really great. They even let you rent your furniture while you're waiting for your new furniture to come in. So that's pretty convenient. And tip number 6 is to hire good quality movers to help. Trust me, moving is a pain in the butt and having a team of professionals to help you can make all the difference. Some great options in Charleston are Mako Movers and College Hunks. And if you're really a DIY kind of person, I have had clients who've moved all their stuff over a weekend, but it is a lot of work, especially if you have a larger family. And here's a bonus tip. If you haven't found the right home in Charleston yet, give me a call or text. I'm Kristyn Garcia and I'm with the top brokerage in Charleston, South Carolina. And we have access to exclusive properties that don't even make it to the market because they've sold within our brokerage. 50% of my deals have been done within my brokerage, so make sure you don't miss out. To get access to exclusive properties, give me a call, text, or email. My info is in the description below. Make sure to subscribe and click here to watch another video.